All right, good afternoon.
As the starters start preparing for the Falcons, how are the first-team quarterbacks snaps going to be split?
Well, we're not into next week. We're into the Jets, so I'm not worried about that yet right now.
The starters aren't playing versus the Jets, I assume. So are you doing any game prep?
We're still in training camp, so I mean we're practicing today and getting guys ready for the Jets game.
Has Carson been cleared for contact?
Has not.
What did you think from his workout before the game on Thursday? It seemed like it was pretty
You
intense.
know what? I didn't see it. Didn't see it.
At what point would you like to have him named the starter? Would it be not obviously not the day before the Falcons game, but would you like
cleared? And if he gets cleared, we'll see.
Doug, what are the doctors looking for at this point? What do they want to see happen in order to clear him?
Probably have to punt that question to the doctors.
Doug, with week one, it's an early week. Has that changed this last week?
Same, 7 days. We're
Whatsoever?
playing a Thursday schedule all through preseason, and it's like a Sunday to us, so the schedule doesn't change.
Has Jordan Mailata progressed kind of the way you thought he would when you guys drafted him?
He's doing all right. Yep, day by day, getting better.
What do you want to see from the first team this week in terms of the preparation, not just for the Jets, but as you progress into the season?
I think just get some continuity with the guys, try to get a little rhythm next couple of days and get ready for next week.
How do you create that?
When that guy's out, you worry about timing and cohesiveness.
Yeah, well, you can't control injury, obviously, and we just ask the next guy to step up and make plays. So, we wear the C on our hat, and we got to coach them all at the same time.
That was the when you watch back the game, particularly in the offensive side of the ball, was it as bad as it looked live?
It actually wasn't bad at all. I mean, the worst thing about it obviously was the turnovers and the missed opportunities, but we had some really good things in the game.
How do you create that rhythm for the first team, especially offense, in practice, when usually they can find that rhythm better in a game-like environment? We just got to continue to keep working. The way I structure practice this week is the so-called penciled-in guys will get some work. However, we're still evaluating some younger guys, and we still have one more preseason game to go before things really begin to heat up.
Is Alshon Jeffrey any closer to returning? Have you heard anything about his?
Nothing further at this time.
Doug, you've expressed that you've been pleased with the way that the players have kind of flipped forward, have left the Super Bowl in the rear view and are focused in. Do you still feel like now that we're getting closer and you have more product that you've seen, do you still feel that way? And
yeah, I really feel like their sense of urgency and their attention to detail these last couple of weeks has really sort of picked up, knowing that they're getting ready for the start of the year.
You said you saw some good things from the game on Thursday. How do you kind of look at that and also realize that you were without a lot of starters, and how tough is that going to be to kind of get that rhythm going once all of them are back together?
Well, we evaluate. Preseason's a little different because it's tough to evaluate wins and losses. Obviously, you want to evaluate individual performance and then collectively as units, offense, defense, special teams, and there were some really good individual efforts in the game. But at the same time, it's another great opportunity this week for a lot of young players to showcase their abilities one last time. And then I just got to make sure that the guys that are going to play in the Atlanta game get some attention this week as well.
So what have you seen out of Doug Barnett? I mean, he's obviously gotten a lot of chances to play, with BG being out and everything. And do you expect to rely on him a little bit more, as the season starts while BG works himself back into shape?
I do. I think he's had a really good off season. Really good training camp. As we rotate a lot of guys, up front with the D-line to keep guys fresh, but he's going to get his share of reps in there. And really look forward to some big things from him this season.
Anybody who as far as that D-line goes, I mean, Michael Bennett is a guy that obviously can move it inside on passing downs. Can he do that on running downs too if you need him?
Yeah, he can, and it's, I think sometimes some of his best work is probably inside, quite honestly. But he's one of those versatile D linemen that we can move around and I think create some matchups for offensive linemen, to know where he is and Fletcher, put them on the same side, whatever it might be. And he's still learning our system, still learning Jim's system and how the scheme fits but he's he's done a nice job inside. Done a really good job.
Doug, with Smallwood, how much of the evaluation is just seeing him stay healthy, be there for every rep? Because obviously that's been the big issue with him.
I think it's part of it. I don't think it has to be, everything. He's doing a nice job on special teams, obviously, and he's running tough. He's running hard, not making very few mistakes in games and in practice, and it's showing up, and he's done a nice job.
In the offseason, you made a concerted effort to bring in older veteran players, Mike Wallace, Haloti Ngata, Michael Bennett. Why is that? Why do you want that type of player on the team right now?
Well, a couple reasons. One, veteran player, a lot of experience at all three of those guys. Added depth, added talent to a position that we know might be of need, obviously. And it allows your younger players to develop, over a 2, 3, maybe even a 4-year period, before they take over. So it's an opportunity for the veteran player to come in and obviously contribute right away. And then at the same time, it allows the younger player to watch him and grow and learn and be ready when his time comes.
With Carson's ability to make checks at the line of scrimmage and get you in the right looks, what have you seen from him this offseason in terms of progressing even more there?
Yeah, part of our run-pass options, not necessarily RPOs, but runs to pass to runs, and pass-to-pass checks that we do. He's real comfortable with it. He's very smart. I think all our quarterbacks are kind of well educated in that area. He's done a really good job with that. Part of his continued growth and improvement is to just keep getting better with it, each and every year, and still very much so on top of the game, mentally, and he and I continue to dialogue and talk about situational football, and continue to grow there too.
So the concept of Carson being cleared, does he get examined regularly and the doctors are like he's not ready, or is there a date between now and the opener where he'll go in and they'll look at him and what's that process like?
I don't know how many times I can answer this question.
No,
when they clear him, he'll be cleared.
But
you have to have some idea of when that might be.
I'm not going to put myself in a box. I'm not going to put my quarterback in a box. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go on a limb, and I'm not going to say that. So either ask it a different way, or otherwise you're going to get the same answer.
I think his question was just: is it a weekly thing that he gets looked at? Is there?
He's getting evaluated every day if that's what you want.
That's what I'm asking. Like, do they say
he's part of the rehab process. He's getting evaluated at practice. He's getting evaluated by the medical team. He's getting treatment, just like Jason Peters is, just like Darren Sproles is. You guys don't ask me about those guys. Jordan Hicks, Chris Maragos, those guys are in the same boat, and they're getting evaluated every day.
Do you have a plan to play Christian Hackenberg in this game?
I do. Doug, you talked about some of the veteran players at receiver. You have some other veteran guys who haven't been able to be out there. Kamar, Marcus, banged up a little bit. As far as the evaluation, how does that affect them? Do you kind of know what they can do, or is it they need to be out there?
Well, they need to be out there. We should. Marcus should work back a little bit into practice this week, and we'll see where he is each day and evaluate him each day. So I'm hopeful that he'll get a chance to play in this game.
Doug, you talked about what would you like to see from him this week in practice?
I just think just continue what he's doing. We'll obviously when the time comes. As far as we build game plans, things of that nature. But, for him, it's just consistency, just over and over and over, seeing the same things, making the same throws, and just keep working and building towards, the season.
You talked about how the preseason is different, obviously. How does it affect how you assess these mistakes, knowing the game planning is different, it's a different situation, some of the regulars not in?
Well, again, it's all about the evaluation. You're trying to evaluate the player. And see if the player can eliminate his mistakes, mentally, the mental errors, during a game, and see, like an offensive line, for instance, if 4 guys are going left and 1 is going right, well, we got to fix the guy that's going to the right, and so we got to figure out why that's happening. Is it a communication breakdown, say with the center guard, or is it just he didn't hear the call, or so we're evaluating all of that and how well our players can process information quickly in those environments.
Humphrey today?